Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am back with our wonky Christmas tree quilt top, or at least a big quilt block, and then you can do whatever you want after that. If you're not familiar with this series, there's a playlist link in the description of this video. It will also pop up on the end screen. In the description of the video, you'll find links to all kinds of other series that I have too. This is part 3 for this series. You can go get caught up. We're making wonky Christmas tree blocks. And I'm learning along the way that you probably want a little bit more contrast. You know, like I could have picked, like, I don't know, a lighter color, not too dark colors. But I'm using my scrap pack, and I still have some of these available. Some can still be cut. We can cut more and sort more. It takes a little bit, but it can happen. You'll find the link to the scrap packs in the description of this video. Also, it'll take you to my eBay store. These pieces are about 10 wide by 8 tall, and I usually cut like 10 1/4, 8 1/4. Scrappy cuts, I just cut, and I'm not paying much attention to where my ruler is because I can do it much faster that way. And I love the ease of scrap packs. So go get yourself a scrap pack, and I will have some throughout the year to get you to Christmas. But I'm using one of my own. We made 3 of these stack and whack wonkies. I'm calling them the medium size. Then we made 3 small ones. That. See how much better it is if I have more contrasting. Now I want to make tall and skinny. I really would have loved one like, oh my god, like at least a foot tall, but I'm using my fabric that are already cut, so I can't do that. Here's the deal. You need to have a non-directional print or a print that works going this way. Most of my pieces, well, I shouldn't say most, but a lot of them are directional. Right now I can't find any, but I know they are, and they're like upright this way. But we need tall, so I have 3 prints that are non-directional, just scattered about, okay? You don't have to trim these to exactly 8 by 10 if you're using mine. Just stack them, and we're going to cut. I need to cut 1.5 inches off the bottom for where our trunk is going to be. So I'm turning it just so I can see, and cut this way, 1.5 inches. That was a weird noise. Whoops, I want to pull in a thread. Oh, it's because this came loose. Sometimes they do that. Don't like that. Okay, I'm just putting those aside. Now I'm coming back here. Oh, we have to make our template for the tree. So I have my little piece of cardboard that I'll move here so you can actually see it. Is 3 by 7.5. You can use a cereal box or something like that. So 3 wide, 7.5 tall. And I'm going to find the center here. 3 is, the center would be at the 1.5 mark, so it's right there. And I guess I can mark it so I can see it. And so 1.5, and then there's 1.5 on that side. And we've done this before, so we're doing it again. I'm going to put my ruler at the point here and at the dot that I just made, like that. Whoops. And now I'm going to, and I can, you know, turn this if I want, and then I don't have to cut in a groove. So I'm just putting my ruler to this point and to that point. It's now a point. So right there, and I'm cutting. So that's going to be the tree. Let's bring the fabric back. Now I'm going to put this, I'm going to try centering it somehow. Oh my god, I need so much. I need a new cutting mat. Oh my god, I can't even tell. I have so many marks on this. Let's see if this is any better. Okay, so I happen to be on the 8 and the 16. It's just overlapping a little bit. So this is my center right here. And so I'm going to put the center of my tree. I'm eyeballing it. This point is pointing to the number 12 line. So I know I have equal amounts on each side. 8, 12 is the center, 16. Okay. Do it any way that makes sense to you. And it doesn't have to be centered. It can be to the side, because that's always cool. Now I'm going to start here. I'm going to just go along the edge of my tree. And again, nothing has to be perfect here. And I'm just going to cut all the way up. I kind of cut on the cardboard too. Now, I hope I don't wait until Santa brings me a new cutting mat. I've got to get one. I just get so lazy. Now move this out of the way because you don't want to cut into it. Now I'm just against that, and now I can take that out of the way. Right there. I think this is the... Yeah, I have 3 rotary cutters, and one is not sharp, and it's this one. So that's going there. I don't need to cut anymore, do I? I don't think so. We're doing this just like we did the other ones. I'm just taking one and putting it underneath, and there we go. So we're going to be sewing this, this, and this. And we start here. So I'm just going to put this one here. And I can move it down a tiny little bit. I'm going to go along that line and just tiny little bit down, so that the bottom of that tree sticks out just a tiny little bit. You can see the point sticking up just a little bit. You'll see it there. And I'm going to sew. This is what we have. And now I'm going to put my ruler against the edge of the tree, just against it. I'm not cutting into the tree, and I just want to even it out here. So just that part. And I have to get the other rotary cutter. Oh, I have one here. Yay. Okay. And now we're putting this guy on. Oh yeah, go watch, obviously, the other videos before this one, and you'll see some tricks as to how you can know where to jump on your fabric to put that tree in there. It's really easy. You can draw a line, so just go see. Now we're putting this piece on here, and instead of down, see I'm matched up right now, point to point. I tug it and move it up just a little bit, like maybe 1/4 of an inch, maybe not even. And I'm going to sew down there. I made a huge mistake. I don't know where my mind is today. This piece needed to be flipped. So you'll probably do that too if you're not paying attention like I'm not paying attention. See how the bottom is much wider than the top? That's not happening. So I'm going to pick my stitches, and then I'll show you again how I made that mistake. That didn't take long at all, and you'll probably do it too, so don't worry about it. It doesn't take long to just pick some stitches. See, I put it this way. Notice the shape of this. It's wide here, short here. No, it's got to be this way. The wide part has to be on top. Okay, so now I'm going to try again. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go up just a little tiny bit, and I'm going to sew, and I'm going to do it right. This is not anywhere near as tall as I wanted it to be. I could have gotten it way up here. I could have, right? I didn't do a practice piece, and I should have. So I'm going to finish these. They'll be part of it. Next time, maybe we can do a really tall block. I don't know yet how I'm putting these together, but you know, maybe we can have just 4 different Christmas tree blocks. And I'm determined to get a long, tall, skinny tree. but we're going with this for now. Okay, now I'm going to take these strips and just fold that over, and I'm cutting on the fold like that. And I don't want to get the order screwed up of these, so I'm just going to, you know, lay them down like they were, but I'm just putting them up there out of the way. I got to get my trunk fabric, and I'm going to, let me take the 2 blue ones, and I am, how much did I, okay, my trunk I think is like 1 1/4, and that's what I do. I do like this, and I've showed this in the other videos too. I don't want my trunk to be really super big, especially with a skinny tree. So I'm putting it here, but I'm going to show, leave some of the trunk showing, and I'm going to sew here, and that's going to allow me to sew without having to handle little tiny pieces, but yet I'll have the trunk be more narrow. So I'm just going to go sew right there, and I'll show you. This is what I have. You can see that I have excess there. I'm not trimming that at this point. Actually, I can, because then it'll be done. All right, so like this. Now I'm taking this piece, and I've already moved this, so I don't know if it's in the right direction. I don't care. And I'm going to, I want to, you know, have this here. So I'm going to put it on top of this one, and this one too, I'm going to sew it away from the top of that. Where are you? Right there. So I've got black showing there, and I'm going to sew down there. Just makes it so much easier. I'm glad I'm messing up today. It helps you. When you mess up, you won't feel so bad. I'm going to trim the excess. And now I have this, and I can trim that. And don't worry if anything is crooked. Just don't worry. But now we're going to sew it on. Oh, like, look how skinny. I think that's, oh, I have a kind of skinny trunk on the smaller ones. That's nice. Oh, I can't wait to do a tall skinny tree though. We really have to do that. Okay, I'm just going to, can you see? I don't even know if you see. Right there, and I'm going here, and I'm going to sew. Now, if your edges are really crooked, that's fine. There's pieces sticking out. Just trim them so that there's a straight line, same as this. This is straight enough for me. Right there, sewing right there. We have this, and all I have to do is trim here, and I'm going to trim the overall block. Did I do that with the others and tell you what size I get? Yes, and you don't have to have the exact same size as me, because when we put these together, we still have room to trim some more, and we are probably going to be adding pieces to it. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can I do 3.5? 1, 2, 3. Just about. I'm going to do 3 1/4 and 3 1/4, so that's 6.5. I'm going to make this 6.5 inches wide. I just put my trunk on a line, and then I go 1, 2, 3, and I see I can cut another quarter. So 3 1/4 this way. Oh, that's so much better. And then 1, 2, 3 1/4 this way. I know you saw me tug on that. And then we can do, let's, okay, I'm just going to trim a little bit off the bottom to make it even. Just I don't know, like 1/8 of an inch. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm making it as big as I can, so 9 1/4. You can do 9 if you want. So, what did we say? 3, 4, 5, 6.5 by 9 1/4. You can do 6 by 9, whatever you feel like doing. Now, let me make the other two. I really like this one. I like it very much. I like the contrast. This one, I had some blue with the green. These trees came out a little smaller. They come out much smaller than the template, I have discovered. And so that's going to give us another chance to make some tall ones. Okay, let me go make these two guys, and then I'll show you. Here they are. I like them. I was able to get 6.5 by 6.5 wide by 9.25 tall for all three of them. You do not have to have that size, and they don't have to be the same size. We're just going to be putting these down with other fabrics. I'm going to be doing it kind of like the mystery quilt block joins that I did once. You have to check out that series, Mystery Quilt Block. I just made my 14th block. I did a couple joins after block 10, and I'll be doing some more joining after block 15. So you want to go subscribe and go click on that playlist and get caught up. So now I have 3 like this, I have 3 like this, and I have 3 like this. And there's no duplicates in this scrap pack. There's the same prints but different colors. And so go check that out. Make sure you go check it out. And I will be taking close-ups of these 3. I like them, but I'm still very anxious to try a little bit taller, like maybe an inch taller. The skinniness is good. I don't have to make it any skinnier, especially if I'm making it a little taller. So hopefully we can do that in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll be back with more soon. Bye!